we are again where I just left off, for me only moments ago. And to go over that again, which one's faster? Comparator? Or repeater? And the answer is comparator. There's something it's already more handy for. Alright, I'm learning, and so are you! Redstone fun! I'm not sorry for that, but I probably should be. That's just... oh. Okay, moving on. Now, as you remember the circuit here, our nice little clockwork circuit. Timer there. Bing, bing. Alright, anyway. I did a similar thing here. That same circuit is how I started. You know, you start here, it all goes upward, and it all comes back down here. So I guess it's that circuit mirrored for this side, but it would be the same circuit if I was going in this direction. Anyway, I went in this direction. Goes up, comes all the way back down, hits here, relights this side and that side, so it hits both sides at once, sending a shockwave back up and around so it goes on its loop, and sending a signal up through here, which goes along these repeaters, and these repeaters share the strength, which is strong, and I guess they pass that signal with the same strength all the way along here, so it goes the same speed roughly. It's very fast. And then my repeaters are set open a little bit further just to slow down the signal when it gets to the lights. The lights stay on just a little bit longer so it doesn't just totally confuse you. Now, it doesn't look like much from this side except confusion, but it's a very simple repeated circuit, as you can see. And of course, one of these it gives energy to the ones around it. Sorry, I forgot how to talk for a second. Yay, pepper. And as you can see, I've built this out of coal. If you have lava or a lot of flame close by, I don't recommend building out of coal. It will catch on fire and disappear. If you've never tried that, I have. Baddies love to spawn in here, by the way, just because it's so dark. And I need it dark so you get this neat subway effect. With cars passing by, like a passing traffic. It's a very interesting effect with the lights. And I thought maybe the lights would change the color, but not so much. But oh my goodness, look at what's in here. It's okay, I've got the Lamb's Misery. If you don't know what the Lamb's Misery is, you're missing out. But yeah, tons of bats that are going to all be on fire in a second. I love the Lamb's Misery. It's just a whole bunch of smiting in a sword. Whole bunch of smiting in one sword. Lamb's Misery. You should feel bad because you killed someone off of this. Still not sorry. Alright, as you can see, there's this very complicated thing just to give it ambiance. Bats love this cave, so if you need bats for anything, you make yourself one of these caves and you're set. Alright, moving along here. All that stuff we just learned. Apply that very same stuff to pistons! The sticky piston, of course, sticks to its block that's in front of it and pulls it back and forth. The non-sticky piston is more of a one-time use piston. It pushes once, and then that's it. The block is moved, and that's great for booby traps, but not so good for dungeons you want to go back into. So you can pretty much set up a sticky piston, and imagine just like the light, you can pretty much put it anything next to the powered block down here. It's surrounded by repeaters, you see, that's very important. They all go in one direction. Don't mix up your directions on your circuits. And as you see, I have pass-through blocks surrounded by repeaters. This is also another way to keep the signal going. If I took out one of the repeaters on one of the sides of the pass-through block, it would not work anymore. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, moving along. You could try it. I can't remember. And here we go. As you can see, I've created a very complicated looking thing, and it's just a mirror image of itself, so it's really not very complicated. But I wanted to show you the see-through so you could see what was going on inside it before I showed you this version of it. This is a solid version. It would be used like in your finished dungeon. It's a little bit complicated, but just in an interesting way. The block slides out on the sticky piston to help you hop up. Then you need to get up to there, and you can only do that when the block is up. It's not too hard of a challenge, but it's still something that might slow you down if you're in a race. But here's the bottom level, just a little bit easier for you to see the layout this way. I've taken out the side pistons that go along here. That's the powered block, as you can see. And it's really just a super simple layout. So if this is all you wanted to do, you could do that too. The timer is just such a useful device. As you can see, this is a little more finished, and we go back to the clear block mock-up with a little bit more solid in there, just so you can see exactly what's being moved. Only the moving parts in this are solid clay. I don't want you over here, slime. There. Oh God. You know, I need to make something that kills something so hard it can't split into pieces. Just vaporizes it. Vaporized. Alright. Here's another neat little thing. This is one of the tiniest circuits you can have. It's cute, isn't it? Now I did have to start this circuit with a switch. I think I put the switch on top of the light bulb, started the circuit, and then got rid of the lever. Then got rid of the lever. It is important to use a lever because that's the only thing you can flip fast enough to create a signal this fast. Let's see if I had a lever here. Oh, I'm trying to use an arrow. If I had a lever here, you really have to do it that fast as you can click, or else you won't have a good enough signal and you won't get a trampoline. As you can see, this is how the slime affects the blocks near it. The slime here in the center is the only thing that's attached to anything. It's pulling up the blocks next to it like glue that are quartz blocks, and the sand gradually falls a little bit slower, so it's really up to you what you want to use it for, if you want to put it in a dungeon. It's a great springboard. It doesn't bring you super high every time, so it adds an element of like, oh my gosh, please jump higher, why aren't you bouncing higher, bounce higher! Okay, there it was. Anyway, as you can see, I've got the Mad King Mushroom here. He's my fave. Let me see if I can get his attention. And this is actually, there's a beating noise to it as well, but I have the sound off right now, or else you could hear it. It's a barrier block that's being broken in succession, and I just have another timer down here, and bats everywhere. Ah, ah, ah. It's just in case anybody tries to mess with my timer. Attack bats! Rabid bats! I'm sorry. I'm not really that sorry. But anyway, it's going to a computer command block here. And the command block is told to create a space of barrier blocks. And I'm going to show you in the next episode how to create a fill space. Lovely. Now this barrier block is a lovely block that's totally clear and bleeds when you break it. So it's really great for certain sets, and as you can see, it's really easy to hide the circuitry, especially when it's as small as it is. I just have it exposed most of the time to show you guys, but it's a really simple thing. I mean, anyone can do it. Use it to enhance your world. Like, subscribe, tell me what you think, and I will be putting out my next video shortly, and in that video I will show you exactly how to use the fill command, which is lovely. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Awkward silence until it ends, Peppa.